Alright students, what we're going to do right now is we're going to actually put in our blind rivet. So this would be our blind rivet. We're going to need a few tools with that. We're going to need our blind rivet setting gun. Okay. We are going to need a scale or a ruler. We're going to need a drill and a drill bit. This is our 1/8 inch drill bit for our 1/8 inch rivets. How we're going to start with this is simply taking our scale and we're going to measure and mark the distance of our tab. Okay, so you're going to need your pencil, you're going to need your your ruler and a little bit of measuring technique. So I'm going to measure and mark what I have for my tab here. I don't want to drill outside of that. I want to actually stay kind of within that border or that boundary, and I want to place my pop rivets, or blind rivets as you would call them, a certain distance away from the end. So I'm going to go 3/8 up off of each surface, and then I'm going to go about 1/4 of an inch in, so that way I know I hit dead center of my tab. Okay. Next, I want to take my scratch awl. This has a very sharp end on it. You want to avoid carrying this around with the pointed edge out. You always put your finger next to the point, and we carry it down towards the floor. There are two sitting at the table, so you don't need to actually take them anywhere. Okay. You're going to also need a hammer. Okay. We're going to hold our scratch awl on the center plus that we made. We're going to take our hammer and just give it a light tap. What that's going to do is give it a dent or a place for the drill bit to actually start. The tip of the drill bit does 0 to little cutting effect. We want to make sure that our drill bit's going to start and do some cutting. Okay. This is our drill bit. There's the tip of our drill bit. We have our cutting surfaces here, and then the grooves that are going up the side of the drill bit are called flutes. Okay, so the tip of our drill bit is actually going to fit inside of that hole that we just made with the scratch awl. Okay, I'm going to want to hold my box to keep the edge of my box side and the vertical side here on this setup nice and flush. Okay, so I want this corner to kind of squeeze in. I'll zoom in here just a little bit. You guys can see how that moves. I want to hold that nice and tight so I get a 90-degree corner. I'm also drilling on a chunk of scrap wood. So I'm going to hold my product over there, squeeze it together, put my drill in there. I'm going to make sure my drill is going in the correct direction. Okay, there's a switch right above the trigger that I can choose either forward or reverse. You need to make sure your drill bit is going in the clockwise direction if you were to look down on it like this. Then we simply drill our hole. Okay, we drill until a little bit of wood sawdust comes up, and we drill our other one. Okay, as we drill both holes, okay, we can put the drill down. We're done with that for now. We dump the sawdust onto the floor. We'll sweep that up a little bit later. Now we want to take our blind rivet here. We're going to insert it into the hole. Okay, and the pin should be on the outside of the actual box. This is how the blind rivet will go. And as we squeeze the pin, it'll actually pull the base of the pin up into the base of the rivet and expand and pull our metal together. So we'll set it on there. Next we'll take our rivet tool. We're going to need to open up the jaws of this. Okay, let me readjust here. We're going to slide our handle and our tool over the top of the pin. Then we simply squeeze, reset the tool. Okay, so we got to let the handle come back up, reset the tip back down on our rivet, and then re-squeeze again until it makes that popping sound. Once we release, our rivet end will fall out. This is what we pulled on. Okay, we're not going to throw this away on the floor. We're going to actually put it in a container. On the table in front of you, there's a container for all of the leftover rivet parts. Okay, and I'll dispose those in a proper metal disposal at a later date. So that is one rivet done. Now I have another one to do. I'll do a review here with you again. So we take, again, the rivet, put the rivet into the hole. Okay. Take our rivet gun, slide that over the surface, and then put the pin into the rivet gun. Okay. Then we take our handle, we squeeze, release, let the rivet gun come back down, squeeze again till it pops. Oh, and don't drop the rivet gun. Okay. All right, then when you're done, put the safety back on the handle, set your tools back on the table. Okay, rivets will go back on here. Okay, drill can stay with the drill bit in it, hammer can go there, and you're done. Looks very nice.